Alright everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing well. We're playing some Out of War today. We are on the Frozen map here. See where we left off. I'm not 100% sure. Looks like we started coming over this way a little bit here. Put this in and got a little bit of a mess over here. Need to get this leveled off and stop using blocks and just keep it level, kind of like this, and just drive on it this way. Save a little money. We're generating plenty of stuff. We did get a couple lights installed. Up there last time. I wasn't sure what it would look like down here, but didn't know if I need to get them down a little lower. But we started us another string of lights as we progress this way. Drop one in there. I'm not sure what we got going on. Let's check it out here. I don't remember if I moved a bunch of material or not in the last couple episodes. We do need to generate some money. We moved some money over to the store, so looks like we got a little bit of material in here. I don't think I've AFK'd this recently, so also want to keep heading that direction as well. But I just kind of want to open this up a little more over there. I don't think you need lights on both sides. I think that's overkill, but this is starting to be pretty high. Once we come around, we'll put some more lights over there in the middle, but kind of running it at this angle. So if you go to grid build, what we'll do is we'll probably go ahead and drop it down like this as we come across. And what you got to do is you got to kind of trick the system here. You got to put this in, and you got to remove this. I want to go back into snap mode for this. And I use the steel because it looks a little more legit, a little less clippy, I guess is the right way to. Oh Lord, about went for a tumble. So if you look, I got it on every other block. So there would be another one here, another one there, another one there. Guys, do appreciate you hanging out with me today. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel for all the out of ore. Got lots of maps going for out of ore. So be sure to check those out. Got the new DLC, Coal Country, with the mass excavation. So we got that going as well. Go ahead and turn these on, even though there's a little. Nope. I got, if you look, there's two in between there. These are too close. Dag nabbit. So there's two. There's 1, 2, then this. 1, 2, then this. And we'll have to go back to grid build. 1, 2, and then this, right? Which makes a little more sense, not super close together. Oh, I didn't change this one, but that's okay, because that one drops it down, so that's fine. All right. All right, so no full stacks over here. A little bit of gravel we can go ahead and clear out, get that queued up. Sure, we got some water over here. Yeah, we're full on the water, so I probably didn't sell any water last time. Let's get this cleared up. It's not worth a lot of money, but it is $14,000 a stack. Again, we did move some money to the company store, so we got to get some of that cashola back. Got a lot of stuff in my inventory. Probably don't need all this. We'll get that queued up on something. And we'll take this partial stack and we'll drop it in. Okay. Pretty sure we got all this stuff last time. We did. Got a little bit of silicon aluminum. Again, nothing. No full stacks. All kinds of extra iron in here, extra equipment, all kinds of stuff. I'll have to remember that. Got a bagger in here, got some paint, got all kinds of stuff in here. This should be coal, plenty of coal. No pay dirt over here, which is fine. We got any oil to sell? Let's check that out. We do, lots. So maybe we forgot to sell this last time. That'll give us quite a bit of money right away. $6.64 a stack. So every 2 stacks is 1.2 million. So we're at 16 now. Just like that, that was 10 million. So we'll dig some more over here. Let's go ahead and get this gravel queued up. Move this out of our inventory here. Got all that queued up. Grab our anything that's ready to go here. All right, we can go ahead and grab these. Let's go ahead and queue up some more bolts. Do 3 stacks. That'll get rid of, we can combine that partial stack that way. Probably could have queued up one of the stacks over here, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and move these over here. Oh man, we already got tons of stuff there. We got plenty of steel. We already got a stack of water here. Let's go ahead and queue up, I don't know, 100 of these. And we got floors, so we'll do another 100 of those over here. And we'll go ahead and drop our cement and our water in here. Everything's working, everything's doing something. That's what we want. That's what we want. And we can go ahead and move right now at this, even at the start. If you look, guys, the company store, the company has already got 78 million, but again, I'm going to start capping stuff now at 40 million before I start transferring it over. Just because the new bagger, if you haven't seen it, you'll have to check that out, Coal Country. It's 39 million. So, no joke on that part of it. want to make money in this game, it's all about moving material. Water is an easy way to get constant money. Oil is the way to get constant big money. Once you get a coal deposit, which are not super rare, just level one of them off and invest that initial money. You'll get your money back over time as you play. Just trying to clean it up a little bit, make it look nice. Really don't even need to be coming over here, probably. Again, just trying to finish it off. A little too high, huh? Oh, there's a. That's why I wouldn't let me put one here, because it would be clipping a little bit. But it'll be all right. Again, just depends on what you're okay with. A lot of pay dirt and some regular dirt in this mix here. There's going to be a lot of regular dirt in this one. Let's undo what we did here. Let's get this straightened around. At least until we're able to get all the way through it. There we go. Yeah, try to avoid digging it deep like this, because this is when you got to extend out your concrete. Just like here, it's a little too deep. It's kind of hard to repair, in my opinion, to get it back to what you want once you do it. Let's go ahead and grab whatever we got over here. So we got nothing coming out here. Double check if we've got nothing coming out here, then we should be all caught up. So the regular dirt is selling. We'll take this stuff. I don't think we'll have anything over here. We're not getting anything else right at the moment. It's been a minute since we hit any actual ores over here. Oh, there's some aluminum. So I was wrong. I think we got that out over here underneath this stack here. We could always sell this dump truck as well. I think there was a little bit of ore under here that we had going, so we might have got into some of that to clean that up. Let's go over here, and I don't know which one it is. Not this one, obviously. Let's see what we got going on over here. Is this solid rock? It is. So we want to blast over here first. So we don't want to use Draymite. And we got these ores too, but that's fine. We'll hold on to those for now. This ANFO will work. Let's go back to snap build here. Let's buy 3 more. Give us some blasted rock. Again, we need to try to keep this level. We can use the GPS. If only I'd have bought one here, so we can install one. Once you buy it, you just click it in here. Try to keep it pretty level and then drive on it instead of using our concrete. Yeah, you tend to dig a little bit deeper than you want because when you're scraping this off of this, it tends to work a little better if you're just down a little bit below. And then once you come off of it, then you got to kind of raise it a little bit. But it's a tricky situation. It's the same old song and dance. Trying to do one thing without doing another one, but it's not always easy. Can't walk on the bucket. You can walk on the actual equipment, but if you're digging off of here pretty level, you don't have to really, you could stop doing concrete and you could just open it up a little bit inside there to get a little more area, you know. Let's go a few more minutes here, about another 3 minutes or so over here. said, we got it, but it kind of didn't happen the way I expected it to. There you can see the solid rock again. Back where we would need to blast again. As you can see, I kind of screwed that up because it thought it was hung up underneath. One thing I'd like to see, obviously they're doing a lot of updates and I really do love the game, but when you're back like this far in a mountain, that it would be dark back here. Because it's daytime, it's daytime here, and I would like this to be like you would have to have lights back here or it'd be pretty dark. Now, from a content creator standpoint, you're glad that it's not super dark. Early on, before I messed with the settings, I did try to play this game at night, and nobody could see anything. So, you know, a lot of viewers were like, hey, it's too dark, I can't see what you're doing, da-da-da-da. So, you know, but, again, if... you know, maybe make it an option. I don't know if that's even possible, but all right. At this point, I think we'll just try to open it up a little bit. We'll need to blast again back here, but again, not a big deal. All right. One thing that this game does really well that most games do not do is the map is very interactive. You can see, so you can look at your entire layout. You can see the water spraying. This is the dump truck. So you got the description and the name. Now I don't know why not for the loader, but you can see the conveyors. You can see where all the concrete. Over here, you can't see underground, which makes sense, right? It's still mountain, but you can see the whole processing over here, and you can actually see dirt when it's going through here. You can see the material going through here, so pretty amazing from that standpoint. All right. So let's grab. Oh, we're not getting any pay dirt. That makes sense over here. Whoa. We're not getting any pay dirt over here, so just ores and gravel. So let's get all this. Oh, lots of gravel, huh? Okay. Very nice. So I got half of it running through the frog floater and the other half running through the just straight gravel. So we already got some stuff over here. So gold, lithium, silver, copper, and goes through here. This is the low temp smelter, so we can get this started. The high temp smelter's back here. So if we want to make iron and steel, we can run. So if you want iron, you run it through the low temp. If you want steel, you run it through the high temp. So we're going to split this stack. We're going to run half of it through here. Aluminum, silicon. Through here. We're going to run some of it back here, not a lot of it. This will give us rods and beams if I wouldn't have went by it. Now, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do up here, because I'd like to really, I'm thinking about just, trying to get on top of the mountain and bring it down. I cleared off up here, but I want to eliminate the overhang. Obviously, not realistic. Again, not that you have to play the game realistic, but I'd like to, so I don't know if I want to do the same thing I did here, kind of this direction, and then kind of keep going a little higher, start another level. Let me know what you guys think. If you got suggestions, let me know. So that gave us 1,000 beams and 1,000 rods that quickly. Alright, this is still processing. We'll let that do its thing. Let's go ahead and grab it all. And this is coal. We're not getting a ton of coal now that we're where we're at. This is still processing. So we can kind of separate our stuff here a little bit. We can go ahead and drop our steel, our silicone. Oh, I got 5,000 diamonds and some rubies on me. These beams and rods we want to put. This aluminum we can put over here. I don't know if we'll get a stack of gold or not. Again, you don't have to wait till you get a stack to sell it. That's just kind of what I do normally. It's doing its thing. We did have a decent amount of stuff. I also put a small, what is this, a 2X, that's why. That probably should be upgraded. Alright, let's go ahead and queue up some rubies. Diamonds. I don't think we have any more diamonds, do we? Diamond dust. Let's put rubies. Oh, we're all good. Got everything queued up. Rods. got all of our gravel queued up. We'll go ahead and grab our blocks are done. Let's go ahead and sell this. We've got 5,200 rubies, a million, 5,000 diamonds, 931,000. Let's go ahead and turn that into cash. We're at 28 million. Again, we're not going to worry about sending money to the company store until we hit over 40 million. Just in case we want to buy that big bagger. We could sell the equipment we have and probably get pretty close to that. I think that the bagger that I have is worth about 11 million maybe used. So also had a good idea here, I thought, but then I didn't really capitalize on it. I ended up putting those, but I was doing my power underground here so that you can mine above it. And then I took it up top there to, but I didn't really continue to go. That probably needs to be flipped around. Probably work better, I would imagine, but again, is that the same? So, for some reason it's not flipping, but that's fine. This one's fine. So I did the power here underground. I thought it was a good idea to keep it all buried and stuff, but I never really utilized it anymore. I don't know. I kind of, and then I ended up just shutting this one off. This is where all of our pay dirt was, but we got pay dirt out in the open pit. But again, it's trying to figure out getting up on top of the mountain or whatever you want to call it. I thought about going up over here and start, working our way up and mining from the top down or whatever. So when I started out, when you spawn in, you spawn out there in the middle of nowhere. And I bought a truck and I drove to the mountain and I just went straight into the side of the mountain. And it helped me get gravel fairly quickly on this map. Jeez. Kind of rookie stuff's going on here. At least hide it. All right. But yeah, I don't know. It's again, there's just what happens is you start. My biggest problem is I go in 9 different directions. I'm over here. I'm over here. I'm back there. I'm over here. It's like I'm on the mountain. I'm on top. I don't really focus enough on one area to really sometimes it's real easy to get distracted. There's a lot of things you can do and a lot of direction you can go. And you're trying to do an hour video, it's very easy to do an hour and not get anything done. And what I try to do is every video at least make a little bit of an improvement to the map. In this case, we did move some material, but it's like, you always want to try to clean something up or, again, just make money. get some stuff queued up, let it run. You can AFK and let it run and process a bunch of rubies and diamonds. And those rubies and diamond processing is so slow that unless you're going to play for 3-4 hours at a time. Now I can do, you know, a couple hour videos back to back, but what happens is my hands get tired. I'm using a keyboard, and I can't do this 4 hours straight. I just I cannot. It beats me up. So I can talk for 3 days straight because I like to talk. And one of the things that people tell me is I talk more at work than I do on my videos. So apologies for that. I know sometimes I'm thinking about what I'm trying to do next, and I'm not really talking to you guys. But anytime you guys have a suggestion or anything like that, absolutely leave a comment, and I will try to respond to it. Now I do have a smaller channel, but not, I mean, I guess they're both super small, smaller than this one even, that I do just all real life fishing. So that's Fishing with the Brew Man. So sometimes I forget to check that one as much for comments, because I don't, it's winter time in Ohio and I haven't really been making a lot of content recently for that, just because it's crappie. So I like to catch crappie, but the weather in Ohio is suspect at best. And, I've lived here my whole life, and every winter I ask myself the same questions. Why? So this year I had plans to go to Chattanooga and do some catfishing over the winter here. But I, you know, holidays, and then I had some Jeep issues. My clutch went out. You know, dropped $4,000 on that. Then there was an issue with the repair. That all turned into a big disaster. You know, literally 6 weeks, really, probably without a car. After all that, maybe a month, I don't know, but kind of lost some good fishing right towards the end of October there. Which, once you lose that time, guys, you can't get it back. It's hard to get motivated sometimes on your day off when you're tired, but if you don't do it today, you may not get to do it tomorrow. So when it comes to enjoying yourself, it's great that you're making time to take care of your family and yourself and work. Always make time to enjoy yourself. I know when I don't fish, I'm a miserable person inside. It's something I like doing. Now, I like playing video games, obviously, but it's not the same as fishing for me. And I do play video games, fishing too, and I like that, but it's, again, 100% not the same. Now, I would much rather play this in a video game than be doing this. Physically, I don't think I could do this job in real life. We're going to finish off this row here. Let's go back to grid build. Again, I'd like to get this to where I don't have to use the concrete. Would be better. But you got to do a better job than what I'm doing of alright. So I kind of made some holes behind there. I got to be careful if I'm up there running around doing the lights, right? Alright, we definitely made some progress on extending this wall around this episode. This is where the dray mic comes in handy. You can go to snap yield. And snap it right on there. Okay. I don't know what I'm going to do here. It's come up here and try to get over here, and this is, and clear this out. I don't know. This we could probably move at some point. Once we get a little farther in, we can move this and redo this. All this does, this goes up and dumps into here. Again, it's a bunch of extra stuff you don't need. So there's also some hoppers here now that this just dumps into. So it's definitely not super efficient. So over here, I like, again, I've done something different almost on every map. So if you haven't seen all the playthroughs, check out some of the other maps. I try to adapt to the map the best I can, but again, sometimes I feel like I'm super creative and other times I'm not, you know. Again, I kind of like what I did over here. You know, I started out with the original one. Again, it didn't really match up. It was fine for the loader at first. Then I did this one. And then I just did, boom, drop right into this. Okay, then I did the same thing here. Boom, drop into this. You know, the problem is this really isn't far enough away. You kind of want a little more distance than that. And then, obviously, I did this one up here. And I just brought it over here, drop into here again. Not super pretty and not super clean, but it works, right? And I can still drive under here. It's tight, but doable. And then this one up here, so as you can see, it's easier to go this way. So I did this one here to start trying, you know, and that's when we were, again, but I like how I did this one. I brought it out here, you know, between the metal grates again, and then I supported it here. Then it went over here and dumped into the exact same one as well. So, which is here. So, again, you can start off with a hopper, and then this one was a 4, so if you're going to do a 4-bagger like this, you can dump lots of stuff. So what I'm trying to say is the idea was like a hub and spoke, and the wheel the hub being this 4, and then smaller hoppers feeding this. But I really haven't perfected a very good design yet. Excuse me. Let's go ahead and drop our gold in here. Get that going. Our silicon goes up here. Get that going. Let's go ahead and get our rubies and diamonds started. So here's some diamonds. Okay. Rubies. Let's do back here. Excuse me. Alright, so let's see if we got a stack of gold now. It's almost done. And we do. So if we sell our stack of gold, 1.4 million. Boom. 30 million. Nice spot to be. Guys, I do appreciate you hanging out with me today. Until next time, have fun digging that dirt. I am out of here.